All right, then now for a good kind of review of the interior. This particular trim model, it towed incredibly well, very stable, mostly because of the very low center of gravity. So there's not as much up and down movement as you get with other trucks. So I would opt for the package with heated seats, the defrostable mirrors. I'd like to see some tow mirrors because the camera still doesn't really bypass a large enough trailer. If you're towing like a 7-foot car trailer, you'll be fine, but when you get into the 12-foot RVs, could definitely use some more blind spot monitoring that the cameras don't quite see. The heated steering wheel is a luxury, unnecessary but functional. The buttons to the left of the wheel, I like the push button tow haul mode. I'd like to see overall more buttons. For instance, the headlights shouldn't have to go into the software in the computer to turn on your headlights. When trailering, your clearance lighting is not on because your headlights are not automatically on this thing. So that's one I'd like to be able to bypass without needing to go into the computer to find it. However, and then increased stereo options on the higher trim levels, which sound better, increased volume and amplification. So with almost no road noise in this thing at times, it's really nice to be able to hear music or audio depending on what you're listening to. Then the pad charger is kind of convenient, however easily gotten around with a cigarette lighter adapter, cables, things like that. Some of the other models have heated seats in the back seat, so that's kind of cool. And the center console has a lot more adjustments in the higher trim models, where the cup holders here will just slide forward to go into different positions. Some other pretty shiny plastic pieces, things like that. But for the most part, this thing has been an incredibly comfortable truck. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I rented it fully expecting to be completely disappointed. But no, Chevrolet has done well. The performance numbers are actually matching everything they produce. I was able to replicate uphill, freeways, etc. Just overall, a really, really comfortable truck. So, like I say, overall, super happy with the performance of this rig. I'd like to see some more buttons for easy access to certain controls that really shouldn't have to go through a bunch of menus to find them. Again, higher trim levels will solve that problem. Get rid of some of the minivan car-ish overgrown El Camino feeling. If you go with the trail boss option, it's got a little bit of a lift on it, and that makes your visibility significantly better, and it does feel much more like a truck. So that would be my recommendation. Just go with the Trail Boss model. The WTs like this one, $45,000 to $55,000, 25,000 miles on them. The LTs, 55 to 75,000, and then the Trail Boss, same deal. You can find the Trail Boss maybe pushing 85,000, and then the RSTs can go all the way up to 95,000 with your glass roofs and the fancier leather interiors. But all kinds of options to make it affordable and functional. So now it's time to drive my old trucks and see if I really miss this thing or not.